abilities with so much CC inbuilt into her now. So, Luma, what is your natural response? I feel like the Alistar would make the most sense. You have a little bit of disengage and also a great follow-up to the Rel. But Luma, going back to comfort, most likely going to be the Nautilus, where it is going to be that guaranteed CC onto the long-range AD carries. And yeah, and something else that is really interesting is 1xN locking in this Varus for the first time in the summer split. I believe we're going to get an engage.
We are indeed going to get an engage. There's going to be 1xN looking for a bit more of a damage, and he will be able to get it. Oh, Summoner's blown there as Lumao tries to flash in and gets himself a return kill. He will be able to take down Yao Yao. It's still a Nautilus with a hell of a lot of damage.
RNG, I'm expecting them to be pulling the trigger very soon for this Rift Herald. Beishwan is spotted out on a control ward here.
Yes, he is, but will Breed be able to get out? He flashes away, dodges away from the Glacial Prison, now pops down the Ornhorn, but I think he is dead to rights. Don't really think he's going to be able to trade this one back, and that's going to be Beishwan picking up that kill in a 2v1 in the top side. So nice rotation to be desired, as we do see Beishwan and yeah, looking to see if they can jump on the Tanyuan. He will have to flash. He should flash himself on the wall, but Beishwan covers it, and they flash in, crash down, secure the kill, and they just covered all angles of escape, so there was nothing Tanyuan. And Tanyuan maybe moving up to stop this proxy coming in from Hoya. Yeah, he's going to get knocked up. Welcome to the bounce house, my dude. You did not respect the fact that you did not have priority in mid, and that means that you are going to give over a...
And that's ultimates committed by both the jungler and top side of RNG.
Well, Breed's dead. He's not going to bother flashing because he knows that he's just dead to rights. And Yukao picks up that kill. So both top laners back on track with this gold. Or is Yukao going to take it? And, ooh, I feel like that was a little bit of a misstep there from LP. Yes, he wants to deny the minions, but as they move forward aggressively into this Dragon Pit.
I feel like RNG, they should just trade this Dragon for the mid lane tower. They no longer have the priority on this anymore. As TT, they are losing a lot of waves on the top side.
Flash Magnet Storm right in on top of Wei, and Wei has to go down. We are going to see the Ornhorn to disengage. Breathe.
See that indecisiveness coming out of RNG, trailing from their AL series loss early on the week. And Wei, I mean, for this game one, just give up the dragon and put your vision towards that top side, as you can secure perhaps 2 towers, including the mid one. But now, TT, they're in a...
RNG are going to look to try and maybe go for a contest here, but it's going to be difficult. There's going to be the ult straight down on top of Wei, who tries to jump back in. They're going to be able to secure it. So there is the Baron secured, but can they get out alive? That is the question. Where was that Moonlight visual going from LP? There wasn't anyone even in the vicinity to be able to hit that, but they're trying to jump onto Yao Yao. They will be able to take down Beishwan and Yao Yao. There's 2 of the Barons gone. But out of that, nothing else. Honestly, I still think that's totally fine for TT, especially because Hoya went mid and just said, cool, everyone's ignoring me. I'm getting this tower.
I mean, obviously, Tongyun didn't have that TP available tower in the mid lane, and opening up the map, I mean, they can realistically just throw out the game for as long as possible and just play for...
The mid lane tier 2 was already just taken by Hoya, so they can't really go for that kind of a position. But Lumao, 3 levels down on Beishwan, looking for something else. There's the crown being shattered on top of Yukal as Wei just wants to get a bit of a bonk down. Beishwan there, though, to play bodyguard for his mid laner. And RNG, they're trying to find something, and they're going to look for an engage straight off the back of it. We are going to see Yao Yao force the flash away. Beishwan with the aftershock, keeping himself nice and healthy. Hoya in the mix of things. Gonna see him getting tanked up. Oh, immediately has to pop into the Zhonya's. That's a great ultimate from the Nautilus as well. Breed trying to see if he can do something. Yao Yao goes in with the Magnet Storm, and they do take down Breed. Finally taking down the Nautilus as well. There just doesn't seem to be enough damage from the side of RNG. They have 2...
Happy to force these 5v5s. They have the much better front-to-back team composition where they're waiting for RNG to be...
I mean, well, for the moment, we will see kind of what way it goes, and Glacial Prison comes out, but there's no follow-up whatsoever. Oh, the Magnet Storm is massive! And now they can move in and get all of these health bars down. RNG thought they were safe, but the Magnet Storm brought them all back in. Yao Yao.
As RNG's ADC way too far up by himself, and everything was used late, but this game was always in TT's control, and they're going to end off this wave.
Yep, they're going to end the game right here, right now. It's as simple as that, and honestly, 100% deserved from TT. RNG looked uninspired, uninitiative, no real kind of control from anything. And TT will take game 1 of this series, and RNG, they got a lot of thinking to do.
A lot of thinking, and perhaps maybe just bring in a bit more spice, especially given your composition for this game 1. But congratulations for TT. I mean, this is huge.
Picking that one up for themselves, gets the Rakan locked and loaded. And we'll see what TT want to go for. Again, Yao MVP in game number 1 was given that counter pick in that bot side, and we'll see if they want to try and kind of continue towards that. I'm gonna go back towards the Nautilus again. Good hard engage, and I like this from TT because again, you look at the the champions they have.
Lots of game bullying Beichuan in this game too.
Pulling them just a little bit. We are going to see maybe a 4v4 right now. We are going to go in with the aftershock. Beichuan flashes away. Doesn't want to be the reason to give away first blood. Nice double knock up there from Lumao. Another flash burnt here from TT. They opted into this fight, and they're the ones losing out on all intents and purposes. Tangyuan flashes in! Gets himself the accelerated shock blast, and that is the kind of
flash available, however, but due to that exchange, Beichuan, I think their only way of getting onto this chase is through a flash W route from this Maokai.
Here we go. RNG taking away the first dragon, but can they get the fight afterwards? Lumao gets caught down. This is a trade of jungler for support. Now it's a 2-for-1 trade. It's going to be Wei finally getting himself a little bit more on top of this one. Good flash here for 1XM, but they both flash in on top of him, and Hoya is here, and everybody shall be going down. The slice, the dice. 1XM survives right at the end.
Where in this meta, it really is just who gets static shift first, and in this situation, 1XM through this tower plays 1v1 on the top side. Hoya does get away, I'm assuming, unless the Q3 hits from Breathe.
It will, and he doesn't even pop the Dominus Breathe going in with the flash. Hoya, Glacial Prison, that's honestly kind of key. Your whole comp relies on you being able to kind of use that to catch somebody out, follow up with the quickness or vice versa. And yeah, I mean, RNG, they may look for a little bit of a steal, but outside of that, I don't really see how they're going to be able to try and fight for this. We are going to see them now going with the quickness. Flash by Wei is going to get caught out, and they've left the Rakan all alone. Everyone's disconnected. It's all around the place. Wei does charge on
just to cut some of that healing. 3-manning top side. They want this.
Yeah, they really do. I will say that Bree took a fair chunk of damage in that trade. We'll see Wei and Tanguan finally coming in. That was a little risky, if I do say so myself, but they get the job done. They will secure themselves the tower and the kill, but bot lane, mid lane, these are all the kind of tools and pressure you're losing out on. How are TT going to respond? That's the question. LP, you can't walk in like that, my dude. There's too much CC. There's too much damage, and you don't have a health bar. LP, my dude, come on.
Maybe get something else in the side lane through Hoya.
Well, that's going to be all 3 outers now taking this. They now know he's there, and he's going to have to back himself away. We're going to see the ultimate thrown out. It only lands onto Yao, though. Perfect target, double knockback. They're going to try and maybe burn down the Cassante, and they should be able to do it. Dead to right. Quickness stops Beichuan from getting any damage down or any CC. Now Wei will be taken down. Assuming just Wei will be taken out here. LP cleanses as Hoya tries to jump onto his face.
But now you're dealing with a 5-0 Varus, 2 games in a row for 1XN, and he is delivering every single time. But I keep highlighting RNG. You need to play with your
kind of, gauging how good or how, far RNG could really take themselves. 1 week they're exceptional. This week they are, for lack of a better term, struggling. They stay. They know that this Baron is still the target here from RNG. This is good from RNG. Luma gets caught out, though, and they will have to try and burn him down. He's dead. Not going to trade this one back. This is not going to be a 50-50. Beichuan jumps over the pit because they know they can take this fight. He actually thought the Baron was maybe being finished off here.
Oh, 1XN
He's still on the pit. They're going to see him try and get him. 1XN so low, trying to just poke over the side. Beichuan so low. Not going to be stolen away, though. It's going to be secured as Hoya cannot get a trade back kill. RNG do get themselves the Baron, but honestly, it was because...
He's a cheeky. He wants to
maybe he's
look
not
for
dead,
the
but he'll lose
solo.
his flash. Yeah, looking at the shop list a little bit. Should be able to kind of jump back. Actually, Yukal thinking he could maybe go for this fight right now. And oh, he gets dragged back. Goes get knocked into it. There's going to be the Nature's Grasp to try and stop him from getting anything else. But Bree just keeps himself relevant because you still had 2 members topside. TT cannot defend the bot lane. And they have to just give up this, inhibitor. They might have to give up mid lane as well.
He's unstoppable. He buys time, draws in.
Exceptional with that. Going to go back down towards that bot side to try and defend this. But that is all outer towers now taken here by RNG, and Beichuan kind of by himself, isolated. Possible. Now doesn't have the blue buff anymore, but we can see the now mumping on the Beichuan. He's dead. Nothing to be done there. Hoya will dash away to safety, but without the Nature's Grasp to really make anything happen here, I think this is just going to be game.
Working towards this top inhibitor now. We do have a wave towards that mid. I'm assuming RNG, they want to look for the triple inhibitor. TT looking to get...
Dragging themselves. Should be able to burn that one down and get themselves up to soul points and an extra little bit of out-of-combat movement speed. So not to be the worst thing in the world. Could have maybe stole it, went down to 6 HP, but was not to be. And
outranged the Varus from two screens away, and I don't know how 1xN, even though 5 and 0 on this Varus, can really trade in terms of DPS. Beitron looking for the flank.
Yeah, Hoya coming out on top of this one. Hoya pops the Dominus to make sure he just doesn't die. Like, that is straight up just because he saw Lumao and goes, if I get CC'd here and I can't pop it beforehand, I'm just going to die. So that's, again, a massive tool lost here. They flash in and going to try and burn down Lumao, who should be able to keep himself alive. Flash forward by Yao Yao. Breed now a little bit isolated away. They throw out the Glacial Prison on the Yao Yao. He should be finished off, taken out just about. A couple more autos should be good. And there's the shotgun onto the backside. Beishuan cannot kill off Breathe. And that is going to be the team fight you would imagine going over in favor of RNG. TT, they tried one last ditch effort. They tried to make it work, but it just wasn't enough. They've got low health bars. Hoya goes golden with absolutely no HP. But the Nexus turrets will fall shortly after. The Nexus will join them. And that is going to be us heading to a game 3 in this best of 3.
And RNG closing out the game with patience and suffocating TT out of any option. As we saw the desperation coming out of Yaya, flashing in, not finding the hook, unfortunately, and great fall.
No, I feel like it is a little bit of ego that kind of comes out from players. Like you mentioned, it's just like, but the Renekton counters the Cassante. It's like, yeah, but obviously not that well. It's not like, you know, like a Zed into a Teemo or something where he's just going to absolutely obliterate you every single time you show your face. That's just not how it works. But we'll see if Hoya can immediately. I feel like he did, or maybe he didn't.
He
did
dodged
Hoya?
it.
I don't. Oh, we'll have to see a replay. I would love to see a replay of that. Yep, slice and dice. He definitely did not see him. Now Hoya is in a very unfortunate position. Will flash away, knocked back. He is dead to rights. Nothing he can really do. And this is just really smart move coming out here from RNG. As I say that, looking at towards the bot side, Yao Yao got punted.
This entire time, I was just hoping that we get a replay of that top lane gank because RNG played it very patiently, playing up the Q3 from this Cassante. No flash available for Breed. Beishuan is here.
Yeah, Beishuan just perfectly aligned to try and make this one work. There is a Q3, but it's not going to come out in time. And that's going to be Beishuan getting a taste of the power that is the first Dragon take.
It's insane to me to think that Breathe had an entire sheen on Hoya. Another engage from TT.
Yeah, Luma's dead. He's going to be donated over to the Tristana, and that's going to stop the Dragon from taking as well. This game is getting very scrappy. Well, Dragon started up. I talked about how important this is for TT. They do have level 6 on Beishuan. That can be Reset City here alongside the Tristana. Yeah, I mean, this is just not a fight you can take. Good to see RNG recognize. This is just going to be an easy take here. 2 Dragons to the good here for TT. We'll see what soul they end up getting. As Tang Yuan and Yukao having a little bit of a tussle. There's the Dragon secured as Wei just kind of showed himself. It's going to be available to him. See if he wants to try and go for this full fight. Yao Yao and Lumao kind of sitting here. Oh, they knew exactly where they were. Goes in with the Magnet Storm, but can he get the damage down afterwards? That's the question. Pop Blossom does land straight onto Beishuan, and he is dead. TT now very much in the ascendancy here. About maybe joining this one here. Hoya now recognizing the rest of RNG are on bot lane, so he picks himself up first turret of the game.
Especially when the Dragon's spawning in 1 minute and they desperately rely on Tang Yuan getting his hands onto Beishuan. Engage from Luma.
Yeah, Beishuan getting CC down. Not quite getting taken out though. Those armor boots doing a hell of a lot. The Pop Blossom is good. 1xN trying to go for a flank. I'm not quite sure why. And again, we're seeing them just kind of get caught out. Flash in. Hoya should slice and dice and be able to secure himself a decent exit way to DPS.
RNG quite literally just picked apart TT. And once again, it's Yaya and Beishuan falling as a result of that. But we keep highlighting how TT, they're trying to experiment with this.
Keeping everyone distracted. Mid lane is a little bit caught out. As I say, caught out. Tang Yuan gets caught. Gets straight up bursted. The Dragon, though, is going to be confirmed, you would imagine, here for the side of RNG. They're going to trade back the objective for the kill, but can they keep the fight afterwards? That is the question. Lumao trying to see if he can disengage here from the very big Mad Croc. Good blast cone to try and stop them from coming over the wall, but Yao Yao goes in and Yao Yao goes down. They weren't really on the same kind of level here from TT. They're still struggling.
Lord Tang Yuan is the one initially getting picked off. The RNG as that 4-man unit successfully fought off TT's engage as Yukao trying to get his hands on the LP. Doesn't know Lumao's here.
Doesn't know it, but he's a slippery little snake. They should have 2 kills from this. There's not really a lot that LP or Lumao can do no TP to try and help them out either. They will
Has a
delay
flash
this
cleanse, though.
He does have a flash and a cleanse. He cleanses off immediately. He's 200 years and he's still going. Not quite able to turn it back around. And that means that everyone from RNG was kind of moving down. Everyone's done it. Everyone's made that mistake.
Oh, Lumao, where are you going, buddy?
You're going to turn into burgers. You're going to be turned into burgers. He does end up getting over. As I say that, he does have Breathe now kind of sacrificing himself a little bit. Does get decent damage down. A TP going to be confirmed by Hoya, who should just die. What? What?
What did we just experience, Oshi?
That was going back, and then RNG threw it again, and then TT threw it right back. Now in the 4v5, RNG are trying to secure themselves. Do they want to go for this? Pop Blossom is good. Two-man knock-up. Baron secured. They even get themselves a little bit of damage down with the Moonlight Vigil. RNG just picking apart TT. I mean, that TP...
I mean, as Causes, I truly don't know what just happened. Yucal caught out of position as well. Another kill over to RNG. They're fully in control of this game now, picking up that Baron buff at 20 minutes, now working on the tier 1 towers in this top and middle. I mean, Jesus Christ, that was the opportunity the RNG played for, but I don't know if that's the way
wins
they...
this 1v1 now. Like literally went for a full combo and is now running away as fast as he can.
This rel, but into the Nico, into the Alistar, it's quite literally impossible unless you look for a flash engage from out of vision to catch the enemy team off by surprise. But unfortunately,
1,000 gold. Just everything available to them, to be perfectly honest. Still waiting for 1xN to finish off his second item. Like for right now, it's gonna be difficult, I feel like, to defend this tier 2 really in the long term of things. So should just be an easy outer turret to take. Hoya off on the side lane, just trying to make some kind of pressure.
Very disciplined. They didn't know where TT Strangler was, so they backed off the Baron. But we do have Dragon spawning in 30 seconds. RNG re-engaging onto this Baron though.
Sean is around, can make himself unstoppable with the Heartbreaker. You can see Lumao kind of checking him, and they found the Nico. Tangoing goes into Golden Stasis to make sure he does not die. The knockback means that he doesn't get the Pop Blossom, and they've killed off the Nico. It's a trade of 1-for-1. Hoya and Breathe having themselves... Sorry, not Hoya, it's Beishuan and Breathe, and that means that there's no smite. There's Baron secured here for RNG, and the blast going to keep Breathe alive. Very nicely done there from the side of RNG. They traded 2-for-1, probably going to be a 3-for-1 once Hoya goes down. And that's going to be them and the Baron. It feels like RNG are going to be able to wrap up this series tonight.
TT were the ones finding those early dragons. We thought whoever got the early game lead would just dragon stack, but fortunately RNG being able to bring this game back.
Well, I'm going to see them go for a bit of a fight around this red buff right now, and
back to the point, I mean, Yucal, he has the static shield for the LeBlanc, but there's no wave clear to clear the Baron minions.
Yeah, I mean, the Baron minions are still just that, very buffed up and powerful. They're just going to move.
At least, but coming into summer, definitely a huge reason why RNG is able to pick up so many wins into this split.
That's mid lane inhibitor now down. So there's 2 inhibitors available for RNG to kind of put their play games are going. It's probably going to be the latter of those 2.
Red and white available for LP as well. This Aphelios is unkillable for TT. Hoya's dead.
He'll have a GA. The Guardian Angel will come down, descend upon him and say, "My son, you have been given another life," and immediately go back into him. 5-man Magnet Storm. Have they got the damage? This is the only way they can do it. No, they cannot. 1xN has to pop off, but 1xN hasn't got it in him. He's going to have to try and see a quadra kill in here. Penta kill for LP. And RNG will tot off this series very, very nicely with a cute little bow for LP as well.
I mean, thanks TT, because LP is going to be walking away from this series. Very happy man on this Aphelios. From start to finish, it was always this AD carry for RNG to be set up for success, playing alongside Tangyun's Pop Blossom, and how they were able to be set up pretty much for LP to bounce off. But RNG with a relatively convincing last game. But